Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a Sasquatch edition of This Is Our Life. So I wanted to tell you what happened to us yesterday, because I didn't tell you. On the way back, as we were driving back down I-91, we saw in front of us all these cars stopped. And we got down there, and Sasquatch were throwing boulders into the road. Sasquatch are common up here. Nobody questions their existence up here. People see them all the time. Geez, what was it? A month or two ago, here on Route 12, they hanged somebody because he killed a Sasquatch when he ran into it with his car. Basically it's not a written law, but it's like tradition up here that if you harm a Sasquatch, if like a cop or somebody like that sees you do it or thinks you're the one who did it, they can execute you within 24 hours. And that's what happened down there on Route 12. Now these Sasquatch, nobody harmed them, and that was in Vermont, not here in New Cary. And there was a cop down there, and people were like, "Hey man, do something about this. Shoot him. Do something." He said, "I'm not allowed to do anything, but if you try to harm them, I'll arrest you." So nothing was done. And I don't know, there were 8, 9, 10 of them maybe on a cliff. There's this rock face and there's this cliff up there, and we were just throwing boulders into the road. Now they had already called for a couple of heavy trucks to come in to move the boulders once the Sasquatch had finished, and we were waiting there for like an hour or two before the Sasquatch had left, and they give them time to leave to make sure they're gone so they don't come back and start doing things again. And so they left, and they brought in these bulldozers and pushed the boulders off the road. And I guess last night they repaired what was the damage that was done, because today it was okay. But you got to be careful for Sasquatch and Ents up here, because we have a lot of them. It's bad when the Ents decide to go and sit down in the middle of the road, or when the Sasquatch do that. It's Ents they'll sit there and you honk your horn, they'll look at you. Once we saw an Ent when they were getting up. I think they were frustrated because people were honking and yelling at them, and I think they were kind of pissed off. And when one of the Ents came over and went like that with its arm and took a car and just knocked it like 300 yards away, and I think the people in the car were killed. But that's what you have to deal with up here, So